I want to ask you a question, and I want you to write down the answers to this. I want you to be thinking about it and write down the answers to this. What would it be worth to you in your company, in your business, and like I said, there's lots of different companies that are watching this right now. What would it be worth to you if you could recruit 20 new people, new distributors into your company in the next, or in a 30-day period of time? We'll talk about timing later, but in a 30-day period of time. What would it be worth to you? Now I'm going to ask you some questions. I'd like you to write down the answers. 1, upfront commissions. When those people get involved and they buy that initial product pack or whatever it is, what upfront commissions are you going to earn from bringing in 20 people? 20 times whatever it is equals that amount. Okay? So write down that amount. 2, any other bonuses from doing that? So that initial activity, maybe there's some fast start bonus type things. Maybe if you bring in 3, you get an extra something. You bring in 10, you get an extra something. There's some kind of other bonuses. How much will you earn over the next 12 months, would you estimate, as a result of those 20 people getting involved in your business? Approximately the next 12 months. Just come up with a number, and it can be a guess, but based upon what you know about your company, what you know about your products, what you know about your opportunity, what would that number be? Number 4. What would the lifetime earnings be for bringing in 20 people in a short period of time? What do you think, approximately? Guesstimate. And you can't, know that for sure, but give it a guess. Next. Will you rank advance as a result, or is it likely that you'll rank advance as a result of doing this? And what will that be worth? What would that be worth to you? Think about that number. Number 6. If you were an example to your team, by showing this example to your existing group, what do you think? Do you think that they might do a little bit more than they're doing right now? Do you think they might go out and bring some people in? What do you think that example would be worth over a long period of time? And number 7, I will tell you, reputation or prestige. Would it be valuable for you to build your brand? Would it be valuable for you to be known as more of a player in your network marketing company? Have a little prestige? Would your group look up to you a little bit different? Would that provide some value to you? And what would that be? And then come up with a total. Total. What is it going to be worth in upfront commissions, other bonuses, 12 months, lifetime, rank advancement, the example you provide to your team, and your reputation and prestige? If you added all that up, what would it be worth? See, recruiting 20 is not just about this, the upfront commissions. It's about all of it. Understand? And if you are honest with these numbers, you're going to go, oh my gosh, I can't afford not to do this. I can't afford not to. This is too valuable of a process. So, I hope you have this by now, because I'm going to erase it. I'm going to give you a few more seconds to have it. How long have we been going, guys? 25? All right. All right, you got it? We're done. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to give you the magic number. Here's what I will tell you at the top. Success loves speed. It just loves it. There's something about speed that is attractive to being successful in life, successful in network marketing. And I told you about the 20 number. The 20 number. If you can bring in about 20, and most of the top earners have done this, ask your top earners in your company. They're going to tell you, yes, when they pointed back to a time when they did a number around this within a short period of time, a couple weeks, a month, maybe 2 months, whatever. I picked 30 days because that's when most people do it. But they decide to go do this. 20 recruits. Out of those 20, here's the numbers. And these numbers hold up. I've polled and interviewed more people than you can imagine on this topic, and I'm not guessing when I say this. On average, approximately 12 of those 20 will do something. They'll buy the product, or excuse me, not only buy the product, they'll get a customer, they might sign up a distributor, they'll do something. It looks like you've got 12 leaders right away. In that first 30 days, about 12 of them will do something. What happens to the other 8? We don't know. They just disappear. They go into the witness protection program, they use the product for a little while, some of them quit, say this was a bad idea, whatever. We don't know. And you don't know which of the 20 are going to be the 12. You just don't. They surprise you every single time. So 12 are going to do something. And out of those 12, about 8, within 90 days, 8 of the 20 are going to look like they're leaders. They're building, they're growing, they're actively engaged in the process. You look like, oh my gosh, I got 8 good people. 8 good people is going to help me max out this compensation plan. It's awesome. Okay? But here's how it continues to boil down. Within about 12 months, you're going to have about 4 of your 20 that are solid builders and are generating 90% of your income. 90% of your income is going to come from these 4. Okay? And I will tell you, typically, one of those 4 will be doing more than half of the total volume in your whole group. One of the 4. You just don't know who they're going to be. So you got about 4. And if you go out to 5 years, that 4 is going to turn into 2 major leaders. 2 major leaders that are going to be generating 90% of your income. Now, bringing in 20 in this short period of time is going to turn into 12 that do something. 8, you're going to have, looks like you got good leaders in 90 days. Within a year, it's going to be 4. What happens with those other 4? They become much less significant to your income. They might be significant friends, but not necessarily significant contributors to the growth of your organization. 4 in a year, one of those 4 is going to be over half of all of the total of the other of the 4, and within 5 years, it's going to boil down to around 2. Now, when I talk about a 6-figure earner in network marketing, typically a 6-figure earner has done this at some point. It might not be at the very beginning when they first got involved, but at some point, they came out of a convention, they got fired up, the company went through some metamorphosis or some new product or some new compensation plan or something, and they decided to go get serious. They brought in 20, which turned into 12, 8, 4, 2, and from those 4 and 2, they had a nice 6-figure income. And most of the 6-figure earners did this one time, and then they just kind of go on cruise control. They're making 6 figures, and they spend all of their time, instead of doing this again, which is what I'm going to encourage all of you to do today, set a goal to do this again. Instead of doing it again, they're trying to get more activity out of the people that they have here, which doesn't really pay very well. Okay? Now, here's the secret of this. If, let's say instead of doing these 20 recruits in 30 days, you did 20 recruits in 20 months. Okay, 1 a month. You brought in 20 over here. Okay, 1 a month. Here's typically what you can expect. About 8 of those 20 will do something. They'll sign up a customer, same thing as this. About 8. Within about 90 days, it's going to be 4. About 4. Within a year, it's going to be maybe 1. It's actually very rare. that you have one that's a significant part of your income. And then here, this doesn't even exist, really. I mean, it's so rare you can't even count it. So understand, what if these 20 people were the same exact people? Would these numbers hold true? I will tell you it's true. If you bring in the same 20 people as you brought over here, you brought them in 30 days, you can expect these results. If you brought them in 20 months, you can expect these results. Which results do you want? Which is nicer for the people? Which is easier to do? Would you rather just slog away for 20 months to get this result? Or would you rather give it 30 days of intense, massive, crazy, unreasonable effort and get this result? Easy decision. Easy once you understand it. See, success loves speed. Here's what happens when you do speed. This energy happens. These people come in, they're the class of 2014. They grow together, they learn together, they get to know each other, they build relationships. Over here, every single one of these 20 people feel like an orphan. They come in one a month, they feel like they're all alone, they're by themselves. They just don't feel like they're connected to any kind of a campaign, no momentum. And if you've been doing this game plan, you've been experiencing these types of results. Today, I'm going to challenge you to do this one. I'm going to give you exactly how to do it, okay? All right. Okay, I'm getting fired up. Excited? I'm excited. Is there even any light over there? Can you pan over and see this little peanut gallery or no? Say hi to those guys.
The pretty ones are right here. There you go. Exactly.
All right, cool. Now, let's talk about I hope I've been able to persuade you and make the case that bringing in 20 in a 30-day period of time is better than any other effort. Success loves speed. Slow and steady doesn't win the race. Just not quitting isn't enough. You've got to get a burst of energy, get that airplane off the ground. Okay? So what I'm going to give you is some comments as we start talking about how you're going to go out there and do it. One, I would ask you, what's your story? Why are you doing this? Why is this important to you at this part of your career? And the reason why I ask you to think about your story is you're going to tell this story to everybody that you're talking to. Here's why I'm doing this. I've been involved in network marketing for 2 years, and I'm tired of crawling. I'm going to go hard. I'm going to go big. Or I'm going big or I'm going home, one way or the other. I'm looking for some people who want to run with me. Or you can say, I found a new opportunity. Maybe you're brand new in your company. Say, listen, I'm going to go break all the records. You want to come with me? Why are you doing this? I want to help other people. I want to help blind people see. I want to create freedom. I want to help all my friends become debt-free. I want people to be able to make more money, have more choices. Whatever it is, what's your story? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? I want to be free. I want to help other people be free. Think about that. And then 2, you don't have to do this right now. But I want you to pick your 30-day window. When do you want to do this? Today it's February 15th. Do you want to do this in the month of March? Prepare in February and do it in the month of March? That might be a good time. Maybe that's not a good time for you. Maybe it needs to be another time. I don't know when it is, but I want you to pick and say, okay, and just put a stake in the sand and say, I'm going to do it. I'm doing it. I'm going to go. You know how Network Marketing Pro got started? In February of 2009, I met with a consultant and we're talking about, what you could do online as far as providing value to communities. And in February, I decided I was going to do it in March. I was going to do it March 11th because that was my birthday. So I had no idea how I was going to do it. I had no skills, no technical abilities, no nothing. But I just decided it was going to happen. And from that decision, it created the deadline. I told the world I was going to do it. That put more pressure on me. And then I made it happen. Didn't have any of the skills, but I attracted the right skills. And I picked the 30 day, I picked when I was going to start, and I started. And, 16 million video views later and all of this stuff, including me talking to you, came from that decision, right? So pick your 30 days. Is it the month of March? Is it March 15th to April 15th? Is it, do you want to do it in June because you got something else going on in your life? I don't know what it is. But sometime in 2013, is it 2013 now? 14? 14, sorry. In 2014, sometime in 2014, decide which month you're going to do it. Decide which 30 days you're going to do it. Put the stake in the sand. Nobody's judging you if you don't start tomorrow. If you decide when you're going to do it, that's your decision. That's your life. That's your career. That's your new chapter. But pick a 30-day thing and create a deadline. Tell the world you're going to do it. And put some pressure on yourself, some positive peer pressure on yourself. Got it? Okay. Now, there's some preparation that needs to happen prior to your 30-day Recruit 20 campaign. Some preparation. So let's talk about that. You know what I found out in my career in training and network marketing is people don't mind working hard. They don't mind the hard truth. They don't mind putting their head down and working harder than they ever have in their life. They just want to know that it's worth it. That there's going to be a result at the end. Okay? Okay. Some things that you need to do to prepare for your 30-day launch and being ready to work hard, ready to go make this thing happen. Because during this 30 days, if you're going to recruit 20 people, guess what? It's probably going to be the hardest 30 days of your life. You're going to work harder in those 30 days than maybe you ever have in your life. I mean, it's hard work. But to prepare for that launch time, here's what you need to think about. What is your level of commitment to following through on this activity? What is your level of commitment? Are you going to do this or not? Are you going to make this happen or are you going to flake out? You're going to get 3 days into your 30-day Recruit 20 campaign and then give up? You're going to be distracted? Or are you just going to be totally focused and unreasonable and locked in on your target? What are you going to be? You got to decide. So your commitment is super important. Next, clear your calendar. During that 30 days, you're recruiting 20 people and just about nothing else. You might have to go to your job, but everything else is cleared. You're not doing anything. You got to determine, are you willing to sacrifice in order to get freedom? Are you willing to sacrifice for 30 days, not 30 months, not even 30 weeks, 30 days, in order to change your life? Are you or are you not? What are you willing to give up? You might love some TV show. You might need to give that up. You might love some hobby. For 30 days, you don't get to have that hobby. For 30 days, you're going to be laser focused on your future. It's an easy trade, in my opinion. Next, you need to negotiate with your family. You got to sit down with your family and say, Mommy's going to be really, really, really busy for 30 days. I need your help. Daddy's going to be really, really busy for 30 days. I need your help. Are you okay with me working my butt off for 30 days in order for us as a family to be able to have more freedom, more time, more vacations, more education, more everything? Is that a good trade? And some of you out there might not have a supportive spouse. You might have a spouse that says, really, I'm so tired of this. Getting in the way of our family all the time. Well, if you have a non-supportive spouse, you know why? They're tired of watching you crawl. They're tired of you operating at 10% of your potential. They're tired of no money coming in and all this distraction, you putting in the time and just deciding that you're not going to quit. Tell your non-supportive spouse, give me 30 days and let me go hard and give me all the support you can possibly give me. And then let's evaluate after 30 days. Let's see how we do. Okay? So you got to negotiate with, you got to ask the kids, hey kids, I'm going to be home, but I'm not really going to be home. I'm going to be so focused on this for 30 days. I need your help with it. Will you help me? So negotiate with your family. Eliminate all distractions. For 30 days,